Ciao a tutti amici di Visioni Notturne, oggi siamo qui con Skyler Caleb, il vincitore del premio della giuria. Hi Skyler, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine, thank you for being here with us today.
Nope, I don't have to speak Italian, right?
No, not at all, no problem. I'm gonna speak English, sorry for my bad English.
Oh no, it seems great so far.
Thank you so much. So we're gonna talk a little bit about WRIGHTWOOD, so can you please tell me something about the filming, the shooting? Where did it take? How long did it take? And something about your work in general.
Sure. So it took about 3 days total. We went up to out into the woods, as you saw in the
Yeah.
and it was cool. Right when we got there, though, there was like some guy that was in his driveway that he was basically threatening our assistant director, saying that he had a gun and that he'd gone the wrong direction. Yeah.
Okay.
So we knew we were in the right place to shoot a horror movie when that happened. And so luckily, yeah, he was able to turn around and find the house that we got. Yeah, so we shot out there for a weekend, and then we did other stuff a day later, and it was great. It was basically inspired by a time that I was out in the we go to this place called Big Bear in California. It's
okay.
There's like skiing and that kind of stuff, and we go there in the summer. And there was just one time when I was running later than everybody else. I showed up late, and then once I got there and we were hanging out and things, I said, how weird would it be if for some reason when I got here you guys were all doing something really strange, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. Like, what if you were all saying "kill me"? And then the whole idea just kind of came from there. And then a couple of years later, I just decided we should make exactly that.
It totally sounds right. The inspiration, it's fantastic. So how did you conceal in the trailer? We see something like this kind of joke, just kill me. So how did you conceal the joke effect with the horror thing? I'm just trying to go no spoiler free for everyone who wants to see the whole film. So how did you put together that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you can tell from the trailer that it is going to go in a scary direction, so that's okay. Yeah, we kind of thought it would be fun to sort of start it where it feels kind of like a comedy, but you're not sure, and then move it into a scary realm. I always like mixing genres if possible. So I think we kind of pulled that off.
Yeah. Okay. I talking about the horror thing, the horror theme. I was completely blown away by the post-credit scene and the credit scene, and it makes me think about the inspiration. You already told me that your inspiration was just the place and the whole thing and the joke, but then I thought, what about the inspiration is something real? Is something like cultism going on? So how did you come with that idea?
Well, I guess now we're really in spoiler territory.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm just too curious, and the old staff wanted to know how, because we were already talking about your film, and somebody showed up and said, guys, but it's real, it's unreal, it's just how. Where is our disclaimer? Where is to the disclaimer real story going on, and then it wasn't so.
Yeah, well, we did kind of want to leave some questions at the end, and I think even when you do see the movie, a lot of people, they can take away a few different things from it, which is always kind of our goal. So yeah, it's kind of up to the viewer, I guess. I don't know what to say without giving away too much. And even if somebody has seen it, I often don't want to necessarily say how I interpret the ending, because I think sometimes it's more fun to be left thinking, I think it was this, but I'm not positive.
Okay. And were you talking, or were you thinking about, I don't know, a sequel or something? Yeah, you told you left something going on inside the movie and inside the mind of the audience. So were you thinking about a sequel, a part 2?
Yeah, well, we actually have an outline written for a feature-length version of this. So this 10 minutes that you saw there would be kind of similar to maybe the first 15 or 20 minutes of the feature, but it would obviously going to be a little different. But yeah, the goal is to eventually be able to get that feature made. And we were hoping, to do the film festival circuit and be able to, meet other filmmakers and maybe make that happen. But of course, COVID came along, so we pretty much have just been doing online. We were able to do the Idlewild Film Festival in person. That was in what was that, early March of last year, and then it was right before everything happened.
Okay.
It was like we all knew it was coming, but no one was wearing masks yet. It was just kind of this weird little in-between thing where we were able to do it, and then a week later everything shut down.
Yeah,
so now we're just sort of deciding, do we want to try to do festivals in person again at some point when things open up, or should we just kind of decide that the festival run was kind of small and that's okay, and maybe we should try to get on some platform like Alter, and just do an online release. So we're kind of debating that right now, but I'm kind of leaning towards just doing an online release soon, because I mean, even if things start to look like they're opening up, who knows, some new wave might come or something, and then we're locked down for another year.
Yeah, of course. Here in Italy, we are opening and shut it down from day to day, and
Right.
so it's completely uncertain. And talking about the pandemic, how did it affect your work and you told me you have some project going on, so how did the pandemic affect them, or how are you dealing with it? Just not talking about the festivals, but more the projects and the work in general.
Yeah, it's affected all of us. We were actually supposed to shoot a different feature in April of last year. We were going to go to Georgia, shoot this horror movie, and then everything shut down. So, but now we're actually we're going to start shooting it next week in Northern California. So that's it's taken enough time where people are doing productions again, and they're doing it with all the COVID protocols and the testing and everybody staying away from each other and masked while they're on set and all that stuff. It takes a lot more time and money and everything,
yeah.
Yeah. So we're gearing up, and I'm actually leaving tomorrow, driving up to Northern California. I'll be there for almost 3 weeks.
Oh, so have a nice journey.
Yeah, and we're shooting in a town called Antioch, and then also in a town called Shingletown, which is up in the woods, near the redwoods, and it should be really cool. But it's going to be pretty cold and wet. So I've been going to the store and getting all these rain boots and
raincoats and everything.
Yeah, so it'll be a cool change of pace, though, to just be out of my house for a little while.
And talking about your journey in filmmaking and directing, how did it start? Just one day, or it was a passion that you grew?
I guess it started when I was 10 years old. I got my hands on a video camera, and I made a movie with my friends, and it was called Psycho Motel. And I don't know if it was a spoof of the movie Psycho, or if we were some kind of homage to it or what, but I don't even think any of us had seen Psycho. But I was 10 years old. I didn't know what I was doing.
No,
but and then I just throughout like junior high and high school, I would just make projects with my friends just for fun, and I would act in them just because somebody had to. And then after a while, when I started realizing I liked the acting part too, so now I just started doing after high school. I just started deciding I wanted to really pursue acting also, and so it's just kind of this. I do everything except
Oh,
hair.
yeah. Okay. And your first film festival?
Oh,
It was when it was, or what did you took it?
You mean my first film festival ever?
Yeah.
Boy, maybe for a movie called Vlog that I did in like 2006. I guess that would probably be my first festival. And then the first feature that I wrote and produced called Waking, we did the festival circuit in 2013, and that was really cool. Yeah, I got to go to Phoenix and New York and just all these places.
Right.
Yeah, that was a blast.
And your favorite ever scene that you acted or that you filmed? Well, right, whatever, both. Your favorite scene in acting and your favorite scene in shooting.
Oh man, that is tough.
I know.
I have to look at my IMDb and just like remember back. Like what would my favorite thing be I've ever done? I think it might be in Waking, because that was like my first feature and everything that I got made, and I remember there's just a moment when I was acting with Tim Daly, who I grew up watching on Wings and all these other things, and he was playing like my soon to be father-in-law in the movie, and it was just bizarre that I was like, it was just him and me in a room acting, and it was just all because of this thing that I wrote. It was I remember that was like one of the first just crazy out of body experiences I had. Also, when I did this one it's funny because it was just one line. I in season 3 of The Office, I had one line, and I it's so funny because I wasn't even watching The Office at the time, but now when I look back, like it's become one of my favorite shows, and I just like. So like retroactively, that's one of my favorite things I've done, even though it was just one line. But now, people message me all the time watching it on Netflix or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my God, you were so young in The Office, like in 2000, I don't know what that was, 2006 or something." It's crazy. But yeah, I worked with Creed. I don't know if you watched The Office.
No, not already.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna tell you when I'll see you in season 3, right? Season 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see it. It's very strange because it starts. I'm not in the episode at all until all of a sudden there's a close up on me. So it's just very, and then it zooms out. But yeah, it's just like a jarring. I'm sure for anybody, some friend of mine, just they're watching The Office and all of a sudden there's a close up of Skyler. Like, what the hell?
And taking back a little bit and talking about WRIGHTWOOD, how would you describe it to someone who wants to see it, but they don't want spoilers? So maybe here we can insert something like some stills or some frames or some BTS if you want.
Sure. Well, yeah. So this guy goes up to a cabin in the woods with his friends, just hoping to have a fun, relaxing weekend. And they start exhibiting this bizarre behavior that he thinks is a prank, but then it just keeps going on, and he starts wondering, is this more than a prank?
That's it. Okay, I'm terrified. Just from your intonation, it was becoming darker and darker. And okay. So thank you for your time, Skyler, and thank you for being here with us. The interview is over, so Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
And have a nice day.